my channel where we question everything. Today's topic is politics. And this video is for my comrades in Germany. My name is Willem Klaus the 15th, and I'm the direct descendant of Kaiser Wilhelm I, and I do not recognize the German government as it is, and I believe it is an illegal government, and therefore we are going to overthrow the German government. Now, I live in South Africa, and I have established a government in exile, and my mom of 94 years old has agreed to be the finance minister. My uncle of 82 has agreed to be the Minister of Defense, and we have appointed other people of our family to be the new government in exile. I've written to Vladimir Putin to recognize us as a legitimate government of Germany, and he should negotiate with us. I've also written to Joe Biden and asked him to recognize us as a legitimate government and make all the gold, the German gold that is now stored in America, under my command for use in order to govern Germany today. Now, please be warned, 25 of my comrades in arms have been arrested in Germany. Well, they're all fairly old in age and so on, and they decided they're going to sacrifice their lives in the form of suicide by cop. And they agreed in November last year, when we established this movement, that we will attack the Bundesreich and hold the MPs as hostages. And by doing that, we believe we can create chaos in Germany, and then the people will follow us and support us in the new Reich that we are basically establishing for the goodness of the German people. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting for a response from Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin, but I expected any day to be to receive that response and be acknowledged as the legitimate government of Germany in exile. And any guys, well, if you don't know it, this was sort of my effort of trying to be, or to create some satire about the recent development in Germany, where 25 people have been arrested, and the Germans actually used 3,000 German police officers to capture 25 people, to search 130 premises, and then to accuse these old people, retired people, not young people, not people in the prime of the age of 40 years or so. No. 60 plus, 70 plus years of age, who for some other ridiculous reason wants to bring back the Kaiser type of government to Germany. And no, they are not Reichbergers. Some of their members are members of the Reichbergers, but the other ones are not. And they are not members of QAnon, which is also being alleged. But because the Reichbergers group and the QAnon have more or less the same ideology as this group of 25, which might be 27 because they arrested some people in other countries as well. So let's say there's about 30 of them. And this group only started in November of last year. And if I have to read between the lines and take a little bit here and a little bit of there. Then I have to come to some form of, not conclusion, but maybe these guys had a big party, got nicely drunk and so on. And then, like drunk people, decided, hey, let's overthrow the German government. Yeah, that would be a good idea. But in any case, it's the most ridiculous idea. In a modern country like Germany, with how many million peoples? 18 million people? 25 people are going to make a coup d'etat as if it is an African country. Now, seriously, people, this is a joke. You know, all that the police, German police or intelligence service should have done is go up to these people. Listen here, we know about you. What is your story? Tell us. And these police officers could have been probably told, but no, we had on a party and it was all a joke and okay. But according to the newspaper, the prosecutor, who's now made a big boo-boo about this whole story, he has to make now a story that sticks in court, and these guys are going to be convicted, said that they had one Russian who could have connected to Vladimir Putin, typically. Gotta bring in Putin. Putin's fault. Yeah. Putin is organizing a coup d'etat in Germany. Blame the devil. So that's like a tale added to the whole story. Then because they have the same ideology as the Reichbergers and the QAnon, but they're not all members of that, then suddenly they are of the Reichbergers. But they only share the same ideology or type of ideology. I don't even know what the Reichbergers and the QAnon really believe in. But I presume they are unhappy with the liberal, self-destructive government that's currently in charge of Germany. And so what you're gonna do a coup d'etat. So even if I wanted to do a coup d'etat, then the first thing I could do is I will go research how it is done in the African states. And what do coups usually do is, firstly, they have to storm the media to get the message out to the public. Then they usually have to storm some of other government institute and Scholz residence or the Bundesreich, the parliament, and get the people in nurse. But then you shoot them and you have to get the support of the army. Without the support of the army, you got in any case a failed coup. That's lesson number one. If you don't have the support of the military, then you're done. And did these guys have the support of the military? No. Did they have weapons? No, they don't have weapons. If they had weapons, then maybe that was from World War I. Somebody inherited some weapons and so on, had it stashed in his cellar, and yeah, they're going to fight the modern war with that. Come on, people. This is ridiculous. This was a coup d'etat that was destined to fail. It was a non-event, and the prosecutor has fallen into the trap, and now he has to lock up people, innocent people, effectively, in jail for what? Insurrection. I call it traitor against the state. Treason against the state. And then what are they going to go? People are going to be locked up for the next 5 years and so on, and then they're going to be left on passionate leave because they're all dying from some or other sickness or so, cancer, and you know, whatever. And who the hell wants to re-establish or reinstate a Kaiser Reich? If you wanted to say, yes, it was the Nazis, the Fourth Reich, I can understand that. Those are national groups, those are political parties, those are political entities. But come on, who wants to go back to a monarchy type of rule? How did these people ever think they're going to get the support of the German population? Who would they think would ever recognize them and support them if necessary? Did they think that France will support their effort? Do they think that Belgium or so on would recognize them as a legitimate government? No. If the German military couldn't solve it, I'm sure that the French and the Belgians and the Netherlands would send troops, and even the Mad Poles, would have intervened. But I like the link to Vladimir Putin, the Russians. I like that one. That was like finesse. That was like a finesse move. Kudos to the prosecutor to bring it up. In any case, I thought I'd make this video about it because it's totally ridiculous. I couldn't even believe it when I read it. 3,000 policemen raiding 130 places and arresting only 25. So how good was the intelligence if they needed that type of manpower to go to arrest some old people? Or some current judge, sitting judge, that was part of the government of Germany, that woman, whatever her name is. Come on, people. And it was supposed to be the biggest ever anti-terrorist operation in the history of Germany. Can you imagine that? It broke all records. Biggest one, most police officers, the oldest people, average age people of ever doing a coup d'etat. No, people. No. In any case, I thought it would be interesting. Not because of its political sense, but of its ridiculousness. In any case, that's now my story for today. Please subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, spread the word. Hopefully we get enough subscribers. I can make some live debates. And until next time, cheers.